One peaceful morning, I was still drifting in a haze of sleep when I jolted awake to Mom's piercing scream from the kitchen. "Emma! Lily! Get down here quick, your dad's passed out in the yard." I shot out of bed, panic flooding my senses, my brain scrambling to process what was happening. Emma was already bolting downstairs, and I stumbled after her, heart pounding so hard it felt like it might burst. Fear choked me as we reached the yard. There was Dad, sprawled motionless, his face pale, sweat soaking through his shirt. Mom was shaking him, tears streaming down her face, her voice trembling. "Honey, wake up, please. Don't scare me like this." Emma dropped to her knees beside him, her voice cracking with panic. "Dad, what's wrong? Please, don't do this." I stood frozen, my mind blank, dread swallowing me whole. Then I saw Dad's eyes flutter open, exhausted, his voice barely a whisper. I'm fine. It's just about you, Emma." Mom shook her head, her voice heavy with pain. "Why do you put yourself through this? It's just about marrying off our daughter, it's not worth this." That's when it clicked. This was about Dad pushing Emma to marry Jake, the guy she'd flat out refused. But this time, Dad wasn't faking his anger or his collapse, it was real. Emma sobbed, her voice breaking with despair. "Dad, I'm so sorry, but I can't marry Jake. I don't love him. I'm in love with someone else." Her words hit Dad like a punch. He clenched his jaw, struggling to sit up, his voice thick with disappointment. "Emma, you're breaking my heart. Jake's family, Tom's my best friend. He's wanted you as his daughter-in-law his whole life. You can't even respect that?" The air grew heavy, suffocating. I glanced at Emma, her eyes brimming with tears, torn apart by guilt and pain. I couldn't take it anymore. Stepping forward, I raised my voice, firm and determined. "Dad, if Emma doesn't want to marry Jake, I'll do it." The whole family went silent, all eyes snapping to me. Dad's glare could have burned a hole through me as he growled. "What did you just say?" I held my ground, projecting confidence. "I mean it. If you need one of us to marry into Tom's family, I'll step up. Jake seems like a good guy, I'm fine with it." Mom dropped the dish towel she'd been clutching, stunned. Emma's jaw fell open, and Dad just stared, speechless for a moment. I thought I'd nailed it, but his next words stopped me cold. "Lily, who do you think you are, trying to marry into that family?" Emma stood there, wide-eyed, as I pressed my lips together, frustrated but determined to push back. "What's that supposed to mean? I'm your daughter, how am I not good enough? I might not be a supermodel, but I work hard." Dad let out a sarcastic chuckle. "Hard? You? You're glued to your phone watching TikTok all day, burn dinner because you forget to turn on the stove, and let Emma do all the laundry. Tell me, how's a proper family like Tom supposed to deal with you for more than a day?" I shot a desperate glance at Emma, but she just shrugged, like, "You dug this hole." Not backing down, I fired back, defiant. "Just wait and see. I'll marry into that family and be a better daughter-in-law than Emma ever could." Mom, sitting nearby, sighed heavily, cutting through the tension. "Enough, all of you. The important thing is Tom's family is coming over this weekend. Whoever's willing to go through with it, fine. If not, I'll talk to Tom myself and lay it all out." Emma grabbed Mom's arm, pleading. "Mom, please, I'm begging you. I can't marry Jake. Tell Dad for me, I'm in love with someone else." Mom frowned, her tone stern. "In love? What's that supposed to mean? You're gonna defy your father now?" I bit back a laugh, jumping in with a casual shrug. If she won't do it, I'll marry Jake. Problem solved. No need to stress, Dad. Jake and I will totally hit it off. Dad slammed his hand on the table, glaring at me. You better watch yourself, Lily. If you embarrass this family over there, I'll drag you back home myself, got it? I nodded eagerly, secretly thrilled my plan was working. Seeing Dad calm down a bit, I shot Emma a quick look to slip away. She caught the hint and ducked back to her room before he could change his mind. By the weekend, our house was buzzing as we prepped for Tom's family to visit. Mom was in full-on taskmaster mode. Lily, set up the patio chairs and wipe them down properly. Don't let Tom think we live in a pigsty. I grabbed a rag, grumbling under my breath. Chill, Mom, I've got this. Look at these chairs, sparkling clean. What's the problem? Dad strolled in from the garden, eyeing my work, and immediately scowled. What kind of wiping is this? There's still mud all over it. You call that clean? It's like you're wiping your own face, half-assed and done. I sighed, pushing back. Dad, they're just chairs. Nobody's gonna inspect them for dirt. He glared, raising his voice. Keep talking, and I'll have you standing guard at the gate. Do it right. While I struggled with the chairs, Emma poked her head out from the kitchen, giggling. She leaned in, whispering. Keep it up, champ. I believe in you. I shot her a dirty look. Don't get cocky. When I marry Jake, you better not be jealous. Emma laughed, patting my shoulder. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. When Tom's family arrived, the mood shifted to serious. Tom, about 50, carried himself with a dignified air, while his wife, Susan, was soft-spoken and graceful. And then there was Jake, the main event. I sat stiffly, heart racing, nerves on edge as Jake walked in. He was undeniably handsome, but his face was stone cold, like he'd just bitten into a lemon. After the greetings, Dad spoke up, his tone formal. This is my younger daughter, Lily. She's had her eye on Jake for a while and wants to get to know him. What? Since when did I have a crush on Jake? Dad was totally making this up. To save Emma, he was throwing me under the bus, making me sound desperate. Jake raised an eyebrow, giving me a quick once-over before smirking. Huh. Didn't expect that. You look younger than I pictured. I flashed a big grin, trying to play it cool. Yup, young and full of energy. Jake let out a dry laugh. Yeah, young like a kid. I flushed, thinking, this guy's got some nerve. Mom jumped in, smoothing things over. Now, take your time getting to know each other. Lily's a bit of a handful, but she's got a good heart, Jake. Jake stared at me, his tone dripping with sarcasm. Oh, I can tell she's a real catch. He smirked, brushing at a smudge on the chair's armrest. I wanted to sink into the floor, humiliated. Determined to recover, I shot him a sly smile. Hey, why don't I show Jake the garden, Mom, Dad? As Jake got up to follow me, I noticed a perfect shoe print on the back of his pants. Mom's eyes widened, glaring at the chair. I'd been so busy hanging decorations, I forgot to wipe that one down. And of course, Jake sat right on it. I stuck out my tongue at Mom, thinking, his bad luck. Everyone chuckled at my boldness, and I thought smugly, laugh all you want, game on. I led Jake to the garden, picking the dustiest spot. I told him to stand and enjoy the breeze, while I rambled on, hoping the mosquitoes would eat him alive. But somehow, I ended up covered in bites, and he was fine. Either my blood's too sweet or his skin's too thick. His cool, unbothered vibe was equal parts infuriating and amusing. Rumor had it Jake already had a girlfriend, a freaking supermodel. Yet here he was, playing along with this marriage charade to please his parents. I nudged his shoulder, curious. "Hey, I heard you've got a girlfriend already. That true?" He flinched but quickly regained his composure, smirking. "So what? You gonna tattle to my parents? Go right ahead." I rolled my eyes. "You think I'm that bored? I'm not snitching, but I don't want your girlfriend coming after me. Let's be real, we get married, and a year later, you sort your stuff out. I don't want to be stuck, but I need a guarantee." Jake crossed his arms, leaning against the fence, skeptical. "Guarantee? What's that supposed to mean?" I tapped my temple, grinning. "Simple. You write me an IOU. 1 year after the wedding, we go our separate ways, and you wire me $1 million. I'm not like Emma, she's too nice. Me? I'm straight up. Cash up front, no drama." Jake laughed, half amused, half mocking. "Money's all you care about, huh? What, am I your personal ATM?" I crossed my arms, dead serious. "Not think, you promised. And I don't trust guys. What if you ghost me after a year? I'm not chasing you down for it." He sighed, shaking his head. "Fine, an IOU it is. But don't come crawling back asking for more." I grinned, triumphant. "Me, cling to you? Please. I just want the cash." After our heated back and forth, Jake reluctantly agreed to write the IOU. We snuck into my room, where I dug out an old notebook and a beat-up pen. I propped my chin on my hand, watching him write, teasing. "Make it neat. Miss a comma, and I'm dragging you to court." Jake shot me a side eye, smirking. "What do you think you're worth, acting all tough? I've seen exes demand gifts, but you're the first to demand a payout." I tilted my chin up, confident. "Love doesn't pay the bills. I'm just securing my future. And you're doing this willingly, right?" Jake slid the paper over. I read it aloud, satisfied. Jake Thompson agrees to pay Lily Carter $1 million 1 year after their marriage, per our agreement. During this time, both parties will respect each other's privacy. I nodded, pleased. "Perfect. Sign it." Jake signed and pushed the pen toward me. "Your turn. And add that you won't bug me during the year, especially no touching." I raised an eyebrow, not backing down. "Please, I'm more worried about you getting handsy." "Fine, I'll sign." We both signed, and I tucked the paper safely into my pocket, feeling lighter. Jake watched, smirking. "You're something else. You sure you won't back out?" I shrugged, casual. "Don't worry. I get my money, I'm gone. No looking back." Jake stood, his expression unreadable. "Then start prepping for the wedding. But keep this quiet, especially from my parents. If they find out, we're both screwed." I grinned, patting his shoulder. "Relax, I'm a pro at this. Your family's gonna think I'm head over heels for you." Seeing his exasperated look, I thought, let's see how long you can keep up that cool act. We played our parts perfectly, acting like a real couple. A month later, Jake and I tied the knot in front of our beaming families and friends. Sitting in the bridal suite, letting the stylist do my hair, I felt nothing. Empty. I studied my necklace, muttering. Real diamonds or fake? If it's real, this thing's worth a fortune. I brought it to my mouth to bite it, but Emma stopped me, horrified. "Lily, what are you doing?" I shrugged. Just checking if it's real. She pinched my cheek, teasing. You little weirdo. It's real, trust me. I grinned, thrilled. Jackpot. Diamond ring, necklace, bracelet, earrings, plus the cash Jake's parents gave me for clothes. I'm walking around with millions on me. I never even dreamed this big. The wedding went off without a hitch, and I followed my fake husband to his place. That night, Jake crashed on the couch while I stayed up, buzzing with excitement, counting the gift envelopes. Staring at the massive stack, I mused. He didn't even check these. Jake, half asleep, muttered. I opened them and logged everything. The money and gifts are all yours, I don't want a cent. I beamed. Even better. I'm picky about a lot, but never money. The more, the merrier. I finished counting near dawn, dozing off for a minute before Jake shook me awake. Still groggy, thinking I was at home, I snapped. Dad, 5 more minutes. Quit yelling. Jake nudged my leg, stern. Get up, Lily. You're married now, act like it. I blinked, embarrassed. Oh, crap, I thought I was home. Just a dream? He smirked. Dreaming, huh? Come on, get ready. We're going on our honeymoon. I groaned, lazy. Do we have to? It's such a waste of money. Just let me crash at my place for a few days. Jake's face hardened. No way. If we skip the honeymoon, my parents will get suspicious. And from now on, we're changing how we talk. Be polite, call me Jake, and act like my wife. Got it? I sighed, muttering to myself. I can do this. I've got this. Then I looked at him, forcing a smile. Okay, Jake. I'll call you Jake and say, I, instead of whatever. Happy? He nodded, satisfied. Good enough. Just keep your mouth shut at home and don't let this slip. 1 year'll fly by. Good luck. We shook hands, and I packed for our trip to Miami. Grinning to myself, I thought, not bad at all. Money in the bank and a free vacation? Who wouldn't love this? I had no idea what I was in for. Jake's grandma was a tough nut to crack, and whether I could actually fit into this family was anyone's guess. I'd have to figure that out the hard way. Jake and I flew to Miami for our honeymoon, booking a swanky hotel right by the beach. The view was gorgeous, all postcard perfect and romantic, but it was totally lost on us. As soon as we got to the room, I dove onto the bed, claiming it with a grin, this bed's mine. Jake scratched his head, annoyed, so where am I supposed to sleep? At home, I had a couch, but there's nothing here. I pointed to a red chair next to the bed, shrugging, there you go. Crash on that. Jake smirked, his voice dripping with mischief. You know why that chair's right by the bed? Notice anything different about it? I squinted at it, then shook my head, clueless, nope. What's so weird about it? Jake waved me over, his tone all secretive. Come here, I'll let you in on it. I leaned in, and he whispered in my ear, that's a special chair. They call it the love seat. Never seen one before? My face went blank, genuinely curious. Nope, never. What's it do? Jake's grin widened, teasing. It's for 2 people to, you know, have some fun. Like a slide, but way better. Wanna give it a whirl? I hopped onto the chair, wiggling around, but nothing happened. Disappointed, I shook my head, this is lame. What's the big deal? Jake chuckled, pointing to a pamphlet on the table. Check the instructions over there. I grabbed the pamphlet and froze. It was full of graphic illustrations, couples in all sorts of intimate positions. So that's what the chair was for. My face burned as I slapped the pamphlet down, mortified. Jake was cracking up, and I dove under the covers, pulling them over my head, thinking, there's no hole deep enough to hide in. How did I fall for that? A bit later, I peeked out and saw Jake lounging, scrolling through his phone, wrapped in nothing but a towel. His chiseled face and gym-sculpted body were straight out of a magazine. I couldn't help it, I blurted out, "Damn, you're hot." Jake glanced up, startled, and I panicked, yelling, "Hey, don't even think about coming near me. I'll knock you out. Get out of here." Jake climbed onto the bed anyway, unfazed. "Relax. We're splitting the bed, half for you, half for me. That chair's killing my back, and I'm not sleeping on it." I crossed my arms, firm, "No way. Sleep wherever, but not on my bed." Jake raised an eyebrow, "Why not?" I puffed up, half joking, half worried. "What if you try something shady in the middle of the night while I'm out cold?" Jake snorted, mocking, "You're delusional. Why would I? You think I'd lose it just lying next to a gorgeous girl like you?" He eyed me up and down, smirking. "Let's be real. Flat chest, no curves, arms and legs like twigs. You look like a scrawny monkey. I wouldn't touch you if you paid me." Furious, I kicked him off the bed, triumphant. "That's what you get for talking trash." Jake shot up, fuming, and hoisted me over his shoulder. I freaked out, flailing, "Put me down. What the hell are you doing?" He growled, "I'm tossing you in the ocean for the fish to deal with. Keep running your mouth, and I'll make it happen." I thrashed, screaming, "Let me go. Let me go." We were halfway to the door when his phone rang. He spun around to check it, and I saw Haley flashing on the screen. He dropped me onto the bed with a thud, pain shooting through me. I glared, shouting, "You lunatic. Why would you do that?" Thank God I landed on the bed. If it had been the floor, my spine would have been toast. Jake ignored me, answering the call with a soft voice, "Hey, it's me. You heard her?" "Nah, we're not having that kind of fun." He laughed, casual, "No way, I'm not doing anything. You're jealous? Come on, this trip's whatever. She's a total weirdo, driving me nuts. I miss you." I overheard and boiled over, "Weirdo? This jerk." Jake kept sweet-talking, "I wanna see you. Come on, meet me. I'll fly back right now." His voice got urgent, "For real? Okay, I'm on my way. Wait for me." He hung up, scrambling to pack. I panicked, "Whoa, where are you going?" Jake tossed me a credit card, cool as ever. "She wants to see me, so I'm flying back. You stay here, chill, eat, shop, whatever. I'll swing by to get you later." I froze, terrified. "What about me? I don't know anyone here." Jake frowned, firm, "They're meeting up." "What do you want to do, third wheel?" "Stay here, use the card, live it up. I'm out." No matter how much I begged, Jake ditched me without a second glance, rushing off like his girlfriend was on a timer. I slumped in a corner, suddenly feeling small and abandoned. Even if we're fake married, how could he just leave me here? I'm all alone, and it sucks. With Jake gone, I couldn't sleep, leaving every light on. The more I thought about it, the angrier I got. He's the worst. I hope he doesn't even get to see her. Serves him right. By morning, I dragged myself up, muttering, "Whatever. I'll be fine. This is just a solo vacation now. I'll deal with him later." Jake had left me stranded in a strange place, and yeah, I was bummed, but breakfast cheered me up. Swiping his card for the bill felt good. Money can't fix everything, but it sure helps. After eating, I strolled along the beach. The view was stunning. I whipped out my phone to snap some pics for Instagram when a guy behind me chimed in, "Need a hand?" "You gotta get the whole scene," makes the shot pop. I turned and nearly dropped my phone. Holy crap, this guy's gorgeous. The beach, the vibe, him, it was all perfection. I thought, once this deal with Jake's done, I'm moving here for good. Shyly, I nodded, yeah, could you take a few? He grabbed my phone, snapping away like a pro. A minute later, he handed it back, got like 10 shots. "They good?" I grinned, "Thanks, they're awesome." He tilted his head, "You here with anyone?" I sighed, my voice dropping, "My husband. It's our honeymoon, but last night his girlfriend called, and he flew back to see her." He blinked, confused, "Wait, what? Your husband ditched you for his girlfriend? That's wild." I laughed, brushing it off, "Yeah, don't worry about it. It's not your drama. Thanks for the pics, see ya." I walked off, leaving him to puzzle over my weird life. A husband bailing on his honeymoon for another woman? Just another day in my world. I treated myself to a giant lobster roll and headed back to the room, feeling pretty good. But when I got there, Jake was slouched by the door, looking like he hadn't slept. Before I could say anything, he muttered, "You're back. Open the door, I'm beat." I raised an eyebrow, "What, no sleep? You look rough. Why re you back so soon? Left last night, and you're here by noon." He sighed, defeated, "Didn't see her." I gaped, "She called you back, and you didn't meet up? You messing with me?" Jake's voice was flat, "Her husband came home early, so she bailed." I burst out laughing, gleeful, "Oh, man, karma's real. You ditched me to chase her, and she stood you up. That's what you get, you jerk." Jake didn't respond, just collapsed onto the bed, looking miserable. The next day, he perked up a bit, taking me out to eat and shop for gifts for our families. But for most of the week, he was mopey, glued to his phone, only leaving the room for meals or errands. I wasn't exactly thrilled either, just counting down the days to go home. When we pulled up to his parents' house, his mom and dad rushed out, all smiles, "You're back. How was the trip? Have fun?" I nodded politely, "Yeah, it was great, thanks." Dad grabbed our bags, "Chipper, glad you had a good time. Come on, bring your stuff in and say hi to Grandma. She's been dying to see you." We walked inside, and there was Grandma in the living room, beaming, "Hey, Grandma." She sized us up, her smile fading slightly, "You two are back. But Jake, why do you look so skinny?" Before I could say anything, Jake slid behind her, massaging her shoulders, all charm, "Skinny? Nah, Grandma, you just missed me so much it's messing with your eyes. I'm back now, though." Grandma laughed, swatting at him, "You and that silver tongue. Go unpack, then come down for dinner. I cooked up a feast." Upstairs, I turned to Jake, curious, "Y'all don't have a housekeeper?" He shrugged, "Just for cleaning and laundry." I blinked, "So who cooks?" Jake answered casually, "Grandma and Mom used to. I wanted to hire a cook, but Grandma said no, says nobody makes food like her." My stomach dropped, "So, what, I'm supposed to cook now?" Jake nodded, matter of fact, "Yup. You're the new daughter-in-law, so Grandma's passing the torch." I gulped, my voice shaky, "But I don't know how to cook. Like, not even soup." Jake stared, skeptical, "What do you know how to do?" I stammered, Sweep the floor, rake the yard, maybe chop veggies." "But cooking?" Never done it. He raised an eyebrow. You're serious? I nodded, earnest, dead serious. Jake shook his head, baffled. How have you survived 21 years without cooking? I snapped, defensive. What's that supposed to mean? He softened, reassuring. Chill, Mom'll help you out. She's super chill, just ask her anything. You'll be fine. Honestly, I was starting to feel the pressure. Back home, I was a messy, carefree slob. Now, living in this prim and proper household, it felt like a different planet. Jake's mom walked me through everything, patient but precise. Every morning, you'll go to the market with Grandma's grocery list and cook breakfast for her. She only eats a full breakfast, no cereal or toast. Me and Dad are easy, though. Problem was, I knew nothing about cooking. I had to Google recipes and learn from scratch, terrified I'd mess up. To everyone else, being a homemaker was no big deal, but to me, it was like climbing Everest. And Grandma? She'd hover behind me while I cooked, making me twice as nervous. I thought, this $1 million is gonna be way harder to earn than I thought. At 5 a.m., Grandma's voice echoed from downstairs, Lily. Get up. Time to hit the market, good stuff's gone if you're late. I was used to sleeping in, so I didn't hear her at first. Lily. Lily. She got fed up and banged on the door. Lily, you up? It's late. Jake, sprawled on the couch, stirred and kicked my leg. Yo, get up. Grandma's calling you. I bolted upright, flustered. I'm up. Who's calling? Jake yawned. Grandma. You slept through her yelling. I scrambled to brush my teeth and wash my face, racing downstairs to join Grandma for the market. She was already at the door, basket in hand, frowning. What kind of girl sleeps this late? I'm ancient and still up before you. Kids these days can't do anything without a nudge. I scratched my head, sheepish. It's just the market. Can't we go a bit later? Grandma's eyes narrowed, stern. Early gets the fresh stuff. Late? You're stuck with the scraps. Hurry up. I trailed after her, amazed. She was 80 but moved like a teenager, practically jogging. I could barely keep up, thinking, am I really doing this every morning? Why not just drive? Grandma answered, as if reading my mind, it's a short walk. The market's narrow, cars are a hassle. Plus, it's good exercise. Wanna be spry like me? Listen to your grandma. I groaned, but I'm exhausted already. She shot me a glare, young and whining already? Pick up the pace. It was summer, so 5 a.m. wasn't too bad. But winter? If she drags me out this early, I'm done for. And why, with all their money, did they insist on cooking themselves instead of hiring someone? I decided to mess with her, grinning. Grandma, going out this early's risky. The morning dew's bad for older folks, could make you sick. She squinted, skeptical. Dew? Where? I pointed. See those wet leaves? That's dew. That's why joggers wear hats. She frowned. Dew's that bad? I nodded, convincing. Yup. So maybe we ease up tomorrow, go later. There's plenty of fresh stuff, and if the market's out, we hit the supermarket. They've got everything. Grandma didn't reply, and I couldn't tell if she bought it. But a few steps later, she kept glancing at the sky, touching her head to check for dew. It was hilarious, but I bit my lip to keep from laughing. She'd chew me out if I did. We hit the market, buying enough food for the day. The walk back was brutal, my legs were jelly, and I was mentally whining the whole way. Grandma handed me the basket. Your turn to cook. Blackened fish and sautéed spinach for me. I don't care what you make for Mom, Dad, and Jake. Thankfully, Jake's parents were chill, saying, just cook one meal for everyone. No need to make separate dishes, that's too much work. Cooking? No problem. I rolled up my sleeves, rinsed the rice, and popped it in the cooker, easy peasy, done in 2 minutes. Then I tackled the fish, following a recipe I'd Googled, feeling like a pro. I turned to Jake's mom, curious, "Hey, Mom, do we have any coffee around here?" She was watering her potted plants and nodded, "Yup, in the fridge, sweetie." I rummaged through the fridge, found a canister of coffee grounds, and stared at it, thinking to myself, coffee's gotta be good for you. Every recipe I've read says toss in a teaspoon, so why not? I was almost done cooking when Mom popped into the kitchen. "You about finished, Lily?" I grinned, "Yup, just about, Mom." She leaned in close, whispering, "Grandma's a bit of a tough cookie, but she loves a good compliment. When everyone's out, stick around and butter her up a bit, okay? She's a character, but charm her, and it'll keep the house happy." I scratched my head, hesitant, "Really? Alright, I'll do my best to keep things cheery around here." Mom continued, "Oh, and when you and Grandma hit the market this morning, did it rain or something?" She came back and went straight to wash her hair, looking all frazzled. I remembered my little prank about the dew and shrugged casually, "Oh, just some morning dew got in her hair, no big deal." Mom nodded, "Got it. I'm gonna go wake Jake. He's got work soon, can't be late." After cooking, I set the table, and the family gathered around, the vibe warm and cozy. Jake could hardly believe I'd cooked, his voice all sweet, "Whoa, you made all this yourself?" He only sounded that nice in front of everyone. Alone, we bickered like cats and dogs. I smiled politely, "Yup, all me." Jake's parents nodded, impressed, but Grandma muttered under her breath, "Fish looks decent, but let's see if it tastes like anything." I opened the rice cooker to scoop out the rice, but the moment I dug in, I froze. "Oh no, why's it so mushy?" The rice was a gluey mess, like thick porridge, sticking to the spoon like cement. Grandma leaned over to peek, and as I tried to shake the gooey mess off, a glob flew right onto her forehead. It was scalding hot, and she yelped, bolting to the bathroom to splash water on her face. Jake's parents rushed after her, worried, while I stood there, clueless, turning to Jake. "What just happened? Why'd Grandma scream like that?" Jake frowned, annoyed. "I think you flicked something at her face, went too fast for me to see." I bristled, defensive. "I didn't flick anything at her." Grandma shuffled back, a red mark on her forehead, fuming, "Good Lord, that stung. Lily, you trying to take me out? You call that rice? It's porridge, and now I'm burned." I panicked, apologizing profusely. "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Grandma. It was an accident. You just leaned in, and I swear I didn't mean it. I'll be more careful, promise." Jake's parents smoothed things over, and Grandma eventually calmed down, letting it slide. But that mushy rice? Nobody could choke it down. The blackened fish was bland, watery, and reeked of coffee. Mom tossed some to the dog, and even he turned his nose up. The sautéed spinach was just as bad, tasteless, weirdly bitter, with that same coffee stench. Nobody could figure out what I'd done to it. In the end, Jake and his parents headed out to grab burgers, then off to work. Grandma cooked a fresh pot of rice, sitting by the stove, grumbling, "Starving here, when's this gonna be done?" I grabbed a couple of strawberry milk cartons from the fridge and handed them to her. "Here, Grandma, sip on these while you wait. It'll tide you over." She eyed them suspiciously. "Milk? Never had this kind before." I grinned, enthusiastic. "Try it, it's super tasty." I bet you'll love it. I gave her 2 cartons and took 2 for myself. She sipped, then nodded, pleased, not bad at all. You're right, pretty darn good. She chugged both cartons and perked up. Next time you're out, grab me a whole case of these. I darted upstairs, called Emma, and asked her to order some. By this afternoon, Grandma's gonna have her strawberry milk stash, quick and easy. I chatted with Emma for a bit, then headed downstairs to check if Grandma had eaten so I could clean up. She wasn't in the kitchen or her room. I muttered, where'd she go? Didn't even tell me she was leaving. Then I heard groaning from the bathroom, I'm in here. That strawberry milk you gave me's got me glued to the toilet. Grandma was in agony, moaning, Lily, you've done me in. I paced outside the bathroom, trying to explain, that's so weird. I drank 2 cartons and I'm fine. Maybe your stomach's just sensitive, it's not the milk. She snapped from inside, now you're blaming me? Should've never trusted that stuff. I argued, but I'm fine, so it's gotta be you, not the milk. She growled, you little. I couldn't help but tease, pinching my nose, wow, Grandma, you're letting it rip in there. She shouted, how dare you? Stop standing there and go get me some medicine. I bolted to the pharmacy, and when I got back, Grandma was slumped in a chair, looking miserable. I handed her a glass of water and the pills, feeling awful. Seeing her in pain really got to me. After the medicine kicked in, she perked up and turned to me, eyes narrowed, all right, Missy, what did you slip into that milk to mess me up like that? I protested, it was straight from the carton. I drank it too and I'm fine. Maybe your stomach's just off. She grabbed a broom, chasing me around the house, yelling, don't talk back. After the cooking disaster, Grandma banned me from the kitchen. She took over cooking, and I was demoted to errand girl, washing dishes, sweeping, you name it. After dinner, I overheard her complaining to Mom, you weren't here today, but I nearly died from a stomachache. Mom gasped, what happened? You okay? Grandma huffed, all Lily's fault. She gave me that strawberry milk. She drank it fine, but it tore me up. Mom explained gently, maybe it's just new to you, so your stomach didn't take it well. Lily drinks it all the time, so she's used to it. Let's cut her some slack, she's still learning. Grandma nodded, yeah, she's clumsy, but she's honest. Doesn't hold grudges, just says it like it is. Having her around livens things up. Eavesdropping, I felt a wave of relief. Upstairs, Jake stumbled in, reeking of booze, slurring, Lily, grab me a glass of lemonade, I'm wasted. I was sprawled on the bed, too lazy to move, ask Mom downstairs. I'm beat. Jake, tipsy and annoyed, grumbled, you're my wife, get up and make it. What kind of wife doesn't even get her husband a drink? I smirked, oh, you forgot. We're fake married. You're not my real husband, so why should I? He snapped, why you gotta be so stubborn? Get up or else. I crossed my arms, defiant, not moving. What ya gonna do about it? Jake lunged onto the bed to yank me up, but I kicked him off, laughing. He chased me around the room, finally grabbing me, tossing me over his shoulder, and smacking my butt, growling, think you can mouth off? I'll fix that. He spun me around, making my head spin, and when he set me down, I stumbled, crashing into him. Our eyes locked, and my heart raced. Flustered, I stammered, sorry. Tipsy, Jake brushed my hair back, pulling me close, so close I could feel his breath. His sharp features, those lips, that jawline, I froze, heart pounding. I closed my eyes, imagining us in a dreamy garden, him as my forever protector, kissing me softly, the world fading away. Then Jake's voice snapped me out, "Yo, what's with the pouty face? You look ridiculous." I blinked, mortified. Oh, was I dreaming? He shook his head, scoffing, ugly inside and out. "Move, I'm outta here." Humiliated, I dove under the covers, panicking. What was I thinking? Do I actually like this jerk? No way. I peeked out later and saw Jake, fresh from a shower, sprawled on the couch, asleep, towel barely hanging on. I whispered, "Jake, you out?" No response. I crept closer, staring, that same cold, perfect face. How's a guy this gorgeous? Smoother skin than mine. My inner fangirl went wild. He's unreal. Even sleeping, he's a heartthrob. Should I touch his face? Just once? I reached out, hand trembling, just one touch. But where? It's all perfect. As my fingers neared his cheek, he stirred, and I yanked my hand back. Jake opened his eyes, groggy, not sleeping. You watching me or what? I stammered, red-faced. There was a mosquito. I was shooing it. He waved me off. Whatever, go to bed. I scrambled under the covers, heart racing, thinking, he was asleep. How'd he know I was about to touch him? So embarrassing. Lying there, I realized, I might actually like him. But I'll keep it to myself. He's got his girlfriend, and they've got promises. A guy like him wouldn't ditch that for someone like me. The next morning, Jake was too wiped to go to work. I asked, concerned, not heading to the office? He mumbled, "Nah, I'm beat. When you hit the market, grab me some oatmeal or something. Kinda craving it." Hearing he was under the weather, I worried, "You okay? Need me to grab some meds?" He shook his head, "No, I'm good. Just go. I need some quiet." I nodded, "Alright, I'll get your oatmeal. Rest up." When did I go from stubborn to soft like this? Back home, I'd make Emma do everything and argue with mom and dad non-stop. But with Jake, I'm all gentle and obedient, go figure. I got back with his oatmeal, and the house was buzzing. Aunt Linda from out of town dropped by, bringing Grandma 2 fat roosters and some veggies and eggs. She and Grandma headed to Uncle Mike's place, but before leaving, Linda pulled me aside. "Lily, I heard Jake's under the weather. Butcher those roosters, one for oatmeal for Jake, the other to roast for dinner, all right?" I'd never butchered a chicken, but I nodded nervously. Sure thing." After they left, Jake was crashed upstairs, and his parents were at work. I stared at the roosters, panicking. I've never done this. I almost bailed, but then thought, Jake's sick, and a hot bowl of chicken oatmeal would hit the spot. He's been decent to me, I owe him this. I took a deep breath, hyping myself up. I'm doing this. But, how? I called Emma, frantic. "Sis, help. How do you butcher a chicken?" She sounded shocked. "Why didn't you get it prepped at the store?" I groaned. "It's a gift, not store-bought. They're in a cage." She sighed. "Okay, boil some water, tie their legs, hang them upside down, and slit their throats." I nodded. "Got it. Like Dad does, right?" She warned. "Yup, just don't burn yourself." I hung up, pumped. I tied one rooster's legs and hung it in the bathroom doorway, grabbing a knife. I sliced, but it was too shallow, barely drawing blood. As I went for another cut, the rooster flapped wildly, dust flying everywhere. I shut my eyes, freaking out. When I opened them, the darn thing had escaped, sprinting into the kitchen, clucking like crazy. I screamed, "Oh no, it's loose." I chased it, but the more I ran, the faster it went, dodging me like a pro. I chased that bird around the kitchen for what felt like forever, knocking over pans and dishes, crashing everywhere. Exhausted, I collapsed, panting, "This stupid chicken won't stay still." After catching my breath, I tried again, lunging and missing over and over, sending more pots clattering. The kitchen was a war zone, and the rooster was still prancing around. Finally, too tired to keep going, I dragged myself upstairs to Jake, defeated Jake. He opened his eyes, saw me, hair a mess, chicken blood on my neck, and freaked, bolting upright, pale. "Lily, what happened? Why were you covered in blood?" I tried to explain, go to the kitchen, catch the chicken. But I was so wiped, my words came out jumbled. It ran, "Help me." Jake thought I'd been attacked, his face hardening. "Who did this? Tell me." I mumbled, "It's in the bathroom, catch it." He grabbed a metal pipe from the balcony and tore downstairs. Seeing the kitchen in chaos, pots, plates, everything scattered, he was convinced we'd been robbed. In his mind, I'd fought off a burglar in an epic showdown, leaving the place a wreck. Jake slowed his steps, listening for any sign of the supposed burglar, when a rustling came from the bathroom. He crept closer, gripping the metal pipe, and growled, "You coward, hiding in there? Come out and face me like a man." Silence. Jake's temper flared, and he shouted, "Get out here now." "What, you scared? You want cash? I'll give you cash, just show your face." Still nothing. Fuming, he swung the pipe at the bathroom door, banging it loudly, and roared, "You punk! Get out here! I'm counting to 3, and if you're not out, I'm coming in to end you." He counted, 1, 2, 3. No response. Jake lost it, kicking the door open with a crash, only for the rooster to burst out, clucking wildly and sprinting past him. He peeked inside, no burglar, just the rooster, its neck slightly cut, dripping blood as it tore through the kitchen, squawking like crazy. Jake's face burned with embarrassment. He just yelled at a chicken and challenged it to a fight. He muttered to himself, "Good thing nobody's home, or I'd never live this down." I was slumped in a chair, catching my breath, when Jake came upstairs, eyeing the blood on my neck. Seeing it was just chicken blood and I wasn't hurt, he sighed with relief. "Lily, you okay?" I managed a weak smile, exhausted. "Yeah, I'm fine." "Did you catch it? The rooster, I mean?" Jake looked at me, a mix of pity and frustration. "All this mess for a chicken? If you couldn't handle it, you should have woken me up. Why'd you push yourself so hard? I thought we had a break-in." I grinned sheepishly. "I wanted to butcher it myself to make you some oatmeal." "You're sick, right?" Jake frowned, scolding, "That's sweet, but come on. If you don't know how, take it to a butcher, they'd do it for a few bucks." I shrugged, earnest, "But I wanted to do it for you." He softened, his voice gentle. "All right, fine. You do you. But go rest now, I'll deal with the chicken. Thanks to you, our kitchen's a disaster zone." I looked down, guilty. "Sorry, it's all my fault. I'll clean it up." Jake stopped me, his tone warm. "No way, I got this. Get to bed, princess." My heart skipped a beat, and I froze. "Princess?" He called me princess. Does that make him my prince? I was floating, my soul soaring to the clouds, face flushed as I stared at him. Jake frowned, concerned. "Yo, Lily, you good?" I giggled, eyes dreamy. "I'm fine." He narrowed his eyes, firm. "If you're fine, get to bed before I get mad." I scrambled under the covers, buzzing with joy, daydreaming about a fairy tale romance, me as a princess, Jake as my dashing prince. I drifted off, lost in happy thoughts, and didn't wake until noon. Downstairs, the kitchen was spotless. A roasted chicken sat on the table, cooling, and Jake was stirring a pot of oatmeal, the savory aroma filling the house. I gaped, touched. My prince did all this? Handsome, talented, and handy in the kitchen? I'm swooning. Jake called out, feeling better? I was too busy staring to hear him. He turned, repeating, Lily, you okay? I snapped out of it, oh, yeah, I'm good. You cleaned, butchered the chicken, and cooked? All you? He nodded, modest, yup, not bad, right? Why were you so shocked? I scratched my head, in awe. I just didn't peg a perfect guy like you for kitchen duty. I'm impressed. Jake chuckled. Back in college, I lived alone, so I had to figure it out. And stop calling me perfect, I'm not what you think. I blinked. Why'd you say that? He waved it off. Forget it. Sit, let's eat some oatmeal. I nodded, and we dug in. It was the best lunch since I moved in. After that rooster showdown, Jake was different, gentler, less snappy. He even peeled an apple for me after we ate. I was munching happily when his phone rang. Haley flashed on the screen. He dropped the knife and answered, his voice soft, Hey, it's me. Haley was sobbing, Jake, I'm so upset. He sounded worried. What's wrong? Talk to me. She cried harder, and Jake coaxed her until she calmed down. They made plans to meet Saturday and spend Sunday together. 2 whole days with her. A pang hit me, jealousy, but what right did I have? I'm just his fake wife. I sat quietly, feeling hollow, then mentally slapped myself. Why are you jealous, idiot? Jake finished his call and went back to peeling apples, nudging me, eat up, have some more. I nodded, thanks. I started to head upstairs when Grandma and Aunt Linda got back. Grandma's eyes widened. Lily, you got the chicken done? Jake jumped in, proud. Yup, try the oatmeal, Grandma, it's great. She thought I'd done it all and nodded, impressed. She and Linda each had a bowl, savoring it. Then a delivery guy showed up. Grandma asked, Jake, what's all this? He grinned. Kitchen stuff was getting old, so I ordered new gear. Her eyes bugged out. Old? Our stuff's barely used. Jake massaged her shoulders. Charming, still good, but you know, gotta support the economy. Right, Grandma? She peppered him with questions, but I slipped upstairs, embarrassed, and shut the door. Saturday morning, Jake was up at 5 a.m., showered and primping in front of the mirror. I woke up, but my heart wasn't in it. Knowing he was off to see his girlfriend killed my mood. He noticed me stirring and said softly, I'm heading out. I sighed, when you back? He replied, Monday morning. I'll grab you something nice. I shook my head, no need. Have fun. He nodded, thanks. He left to pick up Haley, who was visiting her family for the weekend, so he was taking her out to make up for lost time. Grandma came up to drag me to the market, but I just lay there. She leaned in, concerned, Lily, you sick? I mumbled, yeah, kinda out of it. Can you go alone? She nodded, all right, rest up. Want some oatmeal? I grimaced, nah, I'm craving a burger. I'm so over oatmeal, especially chicken oatmeal. She agreed, burger it is. She headed out but doubled back, eyeing me suspiciously. Wait a sec, are you pregnant? You've been looking pale lately. I jolted upright, no way, definitely not. She pressed, you sure? You've been married a month, could happen. I sighed, exhausted, I'm not pregnant, Grandma. Go to the market before all the good stuff's gone. She nodded, fine, rest up. I stayed in bed, bummed out over Jake's date. Grandma came back with a burger and called me to eat, but I wasn't feeling it. I'll eat later, Grandma. She huffed. Later? It'll be cold and gross. Come on, just a few bites. Her nagging got to me, so I sat up, but the smell of beef hit me hard, and I bolted to the bathroom, gagging. Grandma's eyes lit up. I knew it. You're pregnant. Oh, what a blessing. Morning sickness already, tough, huh? Jake's mom was the same way, miserable. I stumbled out, dizzy, and groaned, Grandma, I'm not pregnant. I'm just not feeling great. She kept at it, why not? You're both healthy. I've got an eye for this, you're expecting. Let's get you to the doctor this afternoon. I insisted I wasn't, but she wouldn't budge, convinced I was hiding it. Too tired to argue, I gave up. Fine, think what you want. I'm not pregnant. Jake and I haven't even held hands, how's that gonna happen? That afternoon, Grandma and I were prepping veggies for dinner when Jake walked in, not alone, but with Haley. We both froze, shocked. Haley greeted politely, Hi, Grandma. Grandma, who wasn't her biggest fan, kept it cool, Oh, Haley. Been a while. Haley smiled, Yes, how've you been? Grandma nodded, Doing fine. How's your husband and daughter? She deliberately brought up Haley's family, reminding her she was married, and Haley's face fell. They're good, thanks. They sat to chat, while Jake ducked out to handle work stuff. Feeling like a third wheel, I started for the kitchen, but Grandma stopped me, Lily, don't you dare cook. You're pregnant and tired. Haley's eyes widened, Pregnant? Before I could respond, Grandma beamed, Yup, Jake's wife's expecting. He's a bit rough around the edges, but he spoils her rotten, especially now. Grandma was laying it on thick, hinting to Haley that Jake was devoted to me. Though Haley knew our marriage was fake, the pregnancy talk threw her off, and I could see her mind racing. Is Jake lying to me? I tried to cook, but Grandma dragged me upstairs. No way, you're resting. I protested, but we've got a guest. I can't just leave Haley hanging, she'll think I'm useless. Grandma scowled, let her think what she wants. She's got some nerve judging you, a married woman clinging to Jake like that. She said it loud enough for Haley to hear, and I panicked, Grandma, keep it down. She snapped, I'm not wrong, and I'm not scared. Let her hear it, maybe she'll think twice. I begged, please, let's talk later. She relented, fine, go rest. Tonight, you and I are hitting a restaurant, no catering to anyone. Haley sat alone in the living room, ignored. Thirsty? She got her own water. Hungry? Nothing to eat. By 6 p.m., Jake's parents got home, surprised to see her. Haley, when'd you get here? She nodded, just today. Are Grandma and Lily around? Mom replied, Yup, upstairs. She frowned, no dinner cooking? What's going on? Mom went to check on Grandma, who groaned, feeling dizzy. Mom asked, You take your meds? Grandma nodded, Yup. Lily's under the weather too, so no cooking. Tell Haley to pitch in if she's got time, and don't let her bother Lily. Mom agreed and started cooking, pulling food from the fridge. Haley stayed glued to her phone, not lifting a finger. Jake got back and suggested, let's hit a restaurant tonight, no cooking. Mom was about to agree when Haley whispered, we can't, Jake. If people see us, they'll snap pics, and it'll get out. We gotta stay low-key. Jake's face fell, right, forgot. Mom kept cooking, ordering extra takeout. Haley and Jake hung out in the living room, and she, without a shred of tact, sprawled across his lap, right in front of his parents. They weren't thrilled but held their tongues, not wanting to make a scene. Mom muttered under her breath, "No shame. Married with a kid, and she's draped all over him like that, disgraceful." At 7 p.m., Grandma nudged me, "Come on, Lily, we're eating out." We headed downstairs, and seeing Haley lounging on Jake's lap, Grandma didn't hold back. "This is my living room, young lady. Show some respect, or folks'll think we didn't raise Jake right." Haley sat up, flustered. "Sorry, Grandma." Jake jumped in, smoothing things over. "Come on, Grandma, Haley's practically family. Don't be hard on her." Grandma glared at me, then declared, her voice firm, "Lily's my real family. I brought her into this house, fair and square. As for uninvited guests, I don't claim them." Haley's eyes shot daggers at me, but I just shrugged. "None of my business, no need to stress." Jake's mom stepped in, her tone gentle. "Mom, you're up. Dinner's ready, let's eat. Lily, can you set the table?" Grandma grabbed my arm, pulling me toward the door. "No way, we're eating out. Stay here and play host if you want, but me and Lily? We're done." Mom blinked, confused, "But I cooked everything." Grandma snapped, "Don't care, let's go, Lily." I nodded quickly, "Yes, ma'am." We hopped in a cab and hit a nearby diner. Grandma, who's loaded, waved me off with a grin. "Order whatever, it's on me." Over burgers, she shared stories from her youth to cheer me up about Jake and Haley, her voice warm. "Back in my day, I went through the same thing." We laughed and chatted, having a blast. Back home, Mom set the table and called, "Y'all, dinner's ready." Jake went upstairs, shouting, "Dad, food's on." Haley muttered to Jake, annoyed, "I come over, and Grandma bails on dinner? That's cold." Mom overheard and shot back, her tone sharp, "If it weren't for Jake, I'd be out eating too, not just Grandma and Lily." Haley frowned. "What's that supposed to mean? You trying to kick me out?" Jake jumped in, smoothing things over. "Chill, Haley, that's not what she meant. Let's just eat." Mom sighed, exasperated. "You know what? I'm not hungry. I'm going to my room." Jake's dad, trying to calm her, coaxed, "Come on, honey, let's eat." He followed her, sweet-talking. "How about we grab dinner out? I'm starving." Mom softened. "Fine, let's go." If I'd known Grandma and Lily weren't eating, I wouldn't have bothered cooking, exhausted myself for nothing. Dad grinned, "Don't get mad, you'll get wrinkles. Let's eat and catch a movie. Been a while, hasn't it?" Mom's eyes lit up. "Okay, but it's gotta be a sappy rom-com, no action flicks." Dad nodded. "Deal, you pick." Jake and Haley sat down to a table piled with food, but with everyone gone, Jake groaned, "Way too much food, and no one's here to eat it." Haley sighed, sulky, "What now? I'm here, and your family's giving me the cold shoulder. How am I supposed to deal?" Jake reassured her, "Don't worry, I'll talk to Grandma and Mom. But you gotta divorce your husband so we can be open about us. I'm tired of sneaking around." Haley nodded, "I know, I'll ditch that old man. But you need to sort out that fake marriage with Lily too. I don't trust her sharing your room." Jake agreed, "Yeah, it's just a contract. I'll handle it. Can't even take you out without worrying about paparazzi snapping us." Haley shook her head, anxious. "No way, I'm an actress, people will notice me, and if my husband finds out, he'll flip and take my daughter. I'm staying put until the divorce. We'll figure it out after." Jake nodded, but his voice was heavy. "I hate this secrecy. I don't want to be the guy wrecking someone's family." After dinner, Haley plopped on the couch, eyeing the dishes. why don't y'all have a housekeeper? I'm stuffed and just wanna chill, not wash dishes. Jake replied, Grandma and Mom like doing it themselves. Come on, I'll help, it'll be quick. Haley pouted, no way, it'll ruin my nails. Leave it for your mom. She sauntered to the living room, sipping water. Jake, at a loss, started cleaning up alone. Haley called out, mocking, if you're into it, go ahead. Hire a maid tomorrow, costs pennies. Jake stayed quiet, scrubbing plates, hoping to finish before anyone got back. But just then, the whole family walked in. Grandma spotted him at the sink and gasped, Jake, what are you doing? He spun around, flustered, oh, y'all are back. Grandma glared, why re you washing dishes? Toss 'em out, we'll order takeout tomorrow. Jake laughed awkwardly, it's fine, I'm almost done. Mom sighed, her voice bitter, I raised him, fed him, and he never lifted a finger for me. But for some stranger? This hurts. I couldn't stand seeing Jake stuck, so I stepped in, I'll take over, Jake. Go hang with Haley. Grandma yanked me back, let him be. He wants to play maid, let him. You go rest. I hesitated, but, she cut me off, no buts. Upstairs, now. She dragged me away, and Jake's parents headed to their room, ignoring Haley. Jake finished the dishes and turned to Haley, let's clean the guest room, I'll grab fresh sheets. Haley whined, that room's musty. Why can't we take your room and send Lily down there? Jake shook his head, no, Lily stays put. We'll fix up the guest room. Grandma and my parents won't like it if we push, and it'll just make things worse. Haley huffed, I don't want to. Jake snapped, tired, Haley, enough. I'm exhausted, stop making this harder. Let's just clean the room. Haley shot back, why not hire a maid? Everything's such a chore. Jake's voice turned cold, you think I enjoy this? If you weren't a big shot actress, we could go out, stay in a hotel, live normal. But no, we're stuck hiding because you're scared of your husband finding out. Why can't you just be open about us? Haley bristled, stop it. I said I'll divorce him, give me time. You're giving up already? Jake's tone was heavy, I've waited 2 years, Haley. I'm still waiting. But this back and forth is killing me. I want things clear, you get that? Their shouting carried upstairs, and I sighed, thinking, love makes people lose their minds. Jake's worn out, and I feel for him, but what can I do? I just hope he stays sharp and doesn't get trapped. Grandma, hearing the commotion, leaned over the railing, keep it down. I'm trying to sleep. Take your arguing outside. Haley, knowing she couldn't go out, shut up and started cleaning the guest room while Jake grabbed sheets. Grandma called him over, stern, once you're done, you sleep with Lily. Leave Haley alone. I'm still alive, so you'd better act right. When I'm gone, do whatever you want. Jake froze, caught in the middle. Haley yelled from downstairs, Jake, what's taking so long? Grandma snatched the sheets from him, I'll sleep with her. You get back to Lily, now. Jake stammered, I'll take it down, Grandma, you rest. She glared, I said go to Lily. If you don't listen, take Haley and get out. I'll disown you. Jake, despite his feelings for Haley, couldn't defy Grandma's stare and let her take the sheets. Haley, waiting downstairs, grumbled, said he'd grab sheets, and he's still up there? Grandma walked in, it's me. Haley jumped, Grandma? Where's Jake? Grandma replied coolly, he's with Lily, his wife. I'll set up your bed. Haley's blood boiled, he left me alone. Call him down. Grandma's voice was icy. What's wrong with sleeping solo? Haley whined, I'm scared alone, and this house is weird. Get Jake. Grandma shrugged, he's asleep. If you're scared, I'll stay with you. Haley snapped, I don't want to sleep with you. You know that. Grandma didn't flinch. You think I'm thrilled about it? I'm just keeping peace in my house. Go to bed. Haley fumed, I didn't ask you to babysit me. Grandma shot back, if I don't, you'll do whatever you want. This house has rules, girl. You've got a husband and kid, why were you chasing Jake? He's married now. Have some self-respect, or do you need it spelled out? Haley smirked, Jake loves me, that's why. You think he married Lily for love? Wrong. It's a fake marriage, Grandma, a 1-year contract. Lily's out in a year with a fat check. Stop dreaming. Grandma's face froze, her voice shaking, what? A fake marriage? Haley grinned, smug, don't believe me? Ask Jake and Lily. I'm the one he loves, Lily's just a stand-in. Grandma's mind reeled, I've been played for a month. But instead of storming upstairs to confront us, she climbed into bed, silent. Haley, expecting a blow-up, was stunned. Grandma, you hear that bombshell and just, chill? Grandma sighed, what do you expect? That I'd drag them down here and kick Lily out? Even if she's my fake granddaughter-in-law, I like her better than you. You're a mother, ditching your kid to chase a man, makes you worse than Lily. Haley seethed but couldn't argue with Grandma there. She climbed into bed, tossing and turning, keeping Grandma awake. Grandma snapped, lie still so I can sleep. Have some manners. Haley, curious, probed, so, tomorrow, what's your plan? Grandma yawned, nothing. If it's a contract, I'll let it run its course. They'll split when it's over. I'm not sweating it. Haley gaped, you got scammed and don't care? You should be kicking Lily out. Grandma shrugged, why bother? Let the year play out. They'll sort it. Now sleep. Haley fumed, baffled by Grandma's calm, and finally dozed off. But Grandma wasn't as chill as she seemed. In her head, she schemed, these kids think they can fool me? They're faking it, huh? I'll turn this fake marriage real, watch me make them husband and wife for good. She lay there, plotting how to pull it off, muttering to herself, they're too green to outsmart me. Once I deal with Haley, I'll fix those too. Just wait. Jake lay on the couch, eyes closed, but I knew he wasn't asleep. I sat up, whispering, got anything to say to me? He opened his eyes, his voice low, you're still up? Let's talk. I nodded, sure. We had a real heart-to-heart. Jake looked guilty, I'm sorry you got dragged into this mess. I didn't expect things to move so fast. I sighed, blaming myself, it's not you. I got greedy for cash and fell for a hot guy, my bad. No need to feel bad for me. Jake insisted, still, I feel awful. Sorry, Lily. I brushed it off, it's fine. Is Haley staying for good? I can move out tomorrow. Our 12-month deal can be 40 days, works for me. I mean, 40 days as your fake wife for a huge payout? Best deal ever. Jake frowned, worried, I haven't figured out how to tell Grandma and my parents. I thought Haley wouldn't be back for a year, but she's here now, and I'm not ready. Can you hang on a few more days? I nodded, sure, no rush. Handle your stuff, and I'll bounce when you're good. I promised earnestly, don't worry, I'll stay out of you and Haley's business. Jake nodded, grateful, thanks, Lily. I shook my head, no need to thank me. You've got a lot on your plate, hang in there. Jake and I talked late into the night, clicking so well that navigating this mess felt easier. Morning came, and Grandma was up early for her jog, which woke Haley. She trudged upstairs, stopping outside our room, muttering, "Sharing a room like this? Who's to say nothing's going on? Even if not, sparks fly when you're that close for too long. This is annoying." She knocked. I was awake and opened the door, surprised. "Oh, you're up? Where's Jake?" I explained. "He just crashed 15 minutes ago, didn't sleep all night. Head back to your room, he'll come find you when he's up." Haley's eyes narrowed, suspicious. "What? He didn't sleep? What were you two doing behind my back?" I shrugged, "Just talking." She snapped, "Talking all night? About what? Got that much to say?" Her voice turned accusing. "You seduced him, didn't you? How dare you?" I was floored, annoyed. "Hold up, you've got it all wrong. I didn't seduce anybody." Haley scoffed. "Don't play innocent. A gold digger like you? I bet you'd do anything for a buck." Her words stung, and I lost it. "Watch it, don't start with me. I've left you alone, so don't come at me acting like you're the victim." She stepped closer, taunting. "Oh, I'll start whatever I want. What are you gonna do?" I pushed her back to shut the door, but she lunged, swinging to slap me. That was it. I grabbed her wrist, slapped her twice, hard, and pinned her against the wall. My hand on her throat, snarling, "I told you, I don't bother anyone, so don't mess with me, or I'll break your jaw." 7 years of martial arts, and I've never had to go all out. Haley gasped, eyes watering, barely croaking. I let go, shouting, "Get back to your room, now." She stumbled, tripping down the stairs, then bolted to her room, slamming the door. Later, when everyone was up, she crept out, whining to Grandma. "Grandma, she tried to kill me. She hit me, choked me. I barely got away. Kick her out, she's dangerous." Grandma sighed, smirking. "If it was me, I'd have slapped you a few more times. She went easy on you." Haley gaped. "What? She attacked me, and you're not punishing her?" Grandma shot back. "You want someone to take your side? Go home, your family might. Here. We're all cold-blooded, and nobody's got your back." Haley ran to Jake's mom, sobbing, "Mom, make this right." Mom glared. "I'd have hit you too. Get home to your husband and kid, nobody's on your side here." I was prepping breakfast, watching Haley beg everyone, but no one cared. They all told her to leave. When Jake came downstairs, she threw herself at him, crying, "Jake." But he wasn't having it, his voice stern. "I'm done. You're the one who messed up, Haley. You owe Lily an apology, not blame." Haley's eyes widened, furious. "You're siding with her? What am I to you, then?" Jake stayed calm. "Think about it, Lily's done nothing wrong. She's left us alone, and you should be thanking her, not picking fights. Go apologize." Haley lost it, slapping him hard and screaming, "You're crazy. Apologize to her? Never." She stormed to her room, slammed the door, and sobbed, thinking, "I got beat up, choked, and nobody cares, not even Jake, my own boyfriend, who's telling me to apologize." Her phone pinged, a text from her husband. "Where were you last night? Didn't come home to our daughter. My bad, let me make it up with a designer bag this weekend." Haley fired back, "You were with some girl, don't lie about work." "I'm not dumb." He replied, "You're wrong, I was on set for that historical drama. There's a lead role perfect for you. Want it, or should we cast someone else?" She hesitated, then texted, "I'm in, save it for me. I crashed at my aunt's last night. I'm heading home to our daughter. Get me that white bag this weekend. Haley had been running to Jake for 2 years whenever she fought with her husband, a famous director who cheated with every new actress. She stuck with him for the fame and money, despite his betrayals. Seeing everyone turn on Haley, I spoke up softly, "Grandma, Mom, ease up on her. She's got her own struggles she can't share. I'm not mad at her." Jake nodded, grateful, "Thanks, Lily. I'll get her to apologize." Before he could finish, Haley stormed out with her suitcase, her voice icy, "I'm leaving. Honestly, I was an idiot to come here. Nobody wants me, so I'm out." Everyone froze, caught off guard. Grandma beamed, thrilled, "Good, go." Jake rushed to her, pleading, "Haley, why? We talked about you staying, finding a lawyer, and filing for divorce." Haley smirked, "I did say that. But after how your family treated me since yesterday, I see this place isn't worth my time. And you? You're not someone I can rely on forever. I'm going back to my husband and daughter." Jake snapped, "He cheats on you constantly, and you still cling to him? Can't I take care of you and your kid?" Haley's laugh was bitter, "I know you love me, but lately, that's changed. You're catching feelings for your fake wife. You don't see it, but I do." My heart sank, panicking, "Oh no, she's spilling everything." Jake's mom glanced around, confused, "Fake wife? What's she talking about, Mom?" Grandma pulled her outside, whispering, "Don't listen to her. She's just stirring up trouble for Jake. Yesterday, she was fighting to keep him, today, she's flipping the script. Let her say whatever, good riddance if she leaves." Mom nodded, "You're right. Hope she stays gone, such a headache." Jake kept begging Haley, "Don't go." Grandma circled, tossing barbs, "Go back to your kid. What kind of mom ditches her child for a guy? And later, you made your choice, stick with it. This house isn't for you." I tugged Grandma's arm, "Let Jake handle it. It's their mess, let's see how it plays out." She glared at me, "You're next, Missy. I'll deal with you later." I blinked, "What did I do?" She huffed, "Keep playing innocent, you'll see." I racked my brain but got distracted by Jake and Haley's drama and forgot her threat. After all Jake's pleading, Haley left for her family. Jake slumped on the couch, staring into space. Everyone gave him room to process. I felt for him but didn't know how to help. From the stairs, I watched him, sighing. He sat a bit, then headed to work. Grandma and I stayed home, hitting the farmer's market for ingredients for a big dinner, as she said a special guest was coming. She teased, "This guest's a big deal and staying a while." Her secrecy piqued my curiosity, who could it be? At 7 p.m., Jake got home, and seeing him smile eased my worry. I asked softly, "You doing okay?" He grinned, "I'm good, don't stress." I nodded, relieved, glad to hear it. Jake asked Grandma, "Who's this guest you mentioned?" She winked, "Guess." Jake laughed, "Gotta be Finn, it's Finn, right?" His parents beamed, "You nailed it. Finn's back for a while." Jake was shocked, "No way. Where is he?" "Mom, you set up his room?" "No sharing with me this time, he'll be bummed." Minutes later, a cab pulled up, and Finn arrived. I ran out, excited, "Finn." Finn, Jake's age, is his parents' adopted son and Grandma's favorite. She flies to see him in the States yearly. Charismatic and handsome, Finn's a family favorite. He and Jake are tight. Jake stayed with him during his time in the US. Finn visits twice a year, but this time, Grandma called him, and whatever she said made him drop everything to fly back. At dinner, the house was lively, everyone joking and laughing. Seeing Jake happy warmed my heart. Perfect timing. Finn's back just when Jake needed a boost. After dinner, Jake took Finn to meet friends, returning at 11 p.m. I was grabbing water from the fridge when I asked, "You guys have fun?" Finn bounded over, chipper, "Hey, sister-in-law, still up?" I smiled, "Yup, not asleep yet." He teased, "Girls shouldn't stay up late, it's bad for your looks." I laughed, "Too late, I'm already a mess." Finn asked, "You use any skincare stuff?" I shook my head, "Nah, nothing." He leaned in, inspecting. "No wonder your skin's dry and a bit dull. Tomorrow, I'll grab you a skincare set, works wonders. My mom and sister swear by it." I blinked, "Really? Thanks." He nodded, "Gotta take care of yourself, youth fades fast." Jake, lingering behind, cut in, annoyed, "It's late, Finn. Go to bed so we can sleep, not stand here yapping." Finn winked at me, "Sleep tight, sister-in-law. I'm serious about that skincare, no one's calling me a liar." I grinned, "Got it." Back in our room, I teased Jake, "Finn's a riot, and super handsome. Bet he's got girls chasing him left and right, huh?" Jake didn't respond, just grabbed a pillow and flopped on the couch, his face stormy. I figured he was still torn up about Haley, so I dropped it, worried. I climbed into bed, scrolled Facebook, and gasped when Finn sent me a friend request, Finn Lambert, what a cool name. I accepted, then shut off my phone to sleep. Morning came, and my routine was jogging with Grandma, then hitting the farmer's market. But today, Grandma wasn't up, which was odd. I knocked on her door, "Grandma, you awake?" She groaned, "Ugh, my back's killing me. Go to the market alone today, okay? I'm out of commission." I frowned, "You use that pain spray?" She replied, "Yup, feeling a bit better." "You got this, tomorrow, we'll go together." I nodded, "Rest up." As I headed out, Finn jogged after me, "Hey, sister-in-law, wait up." I turned, surprised, "You're up early." He grinned, "Gotta get my morning workout in, it's a habit." "You off to the market?" I nodded, "Yup." "Hey, what do you like to eat?" "I'll grab it." He waved me off, "I'm easy, a smoothie does me fine." I suggested, "Wanna come along? You can work out and hit the market, though it might smell fishy." He laughed, "I'm good with that, let's go. Hand me the basket." I passed it over, and we headed out. Finn's chatter was hilarious and engaging, making the trip a blast. Back home, Jake came downstairs, seeing Grandma sweeping, and asked, "No market with Lily today?" She chuckled, "Finn's got her covered, so I stayed back." "You up?" Jake's eyes widened, "Finn? A guy going to the market with Lily? What's wrong with him?" Grandma scolded, "Wrong with you, maybe. You know Finn, he's a sweetheart. Bet he's got a soft spot for Lily." Jake frowned, irritated, "What? Finn likes Lily? No way, you're joking." Grandma smirked, "Why would I?" This morning, he was raving about how naturally pretty Lily is, no makeup needed. "Ask her if you don't believe me." Jake stormed upstairs without a word, fuming. Later, hearing noise downstairs, he came down, spotting Finn with the market basket. He sneered, "What, Finn, you're into grocery shopping and cooking now?" Finn laughed, "Just getting my steps in. You should try early workouts, man, keep that gut in check." Jake glared, "Mind your own business." Finn shrugged, "Just saying, do you?" Grandma chimed in, teasing, "These two, always bickering like cats and dogs. Jake stayed silent, his mood sour, shooting me glances. After breakfast, he went to change for work while Finn helped me clean dishes. Jake walked by, seeing me and Finn chatting happily, and grumbled, "Guess you've got a new helper for chores now, huh? You thrilled, Lily?" I froze, caught off guard, but Finn jumped in, cheerful. "Of course she's thrilled, right, sister-in-law?" I mumbled, yeah. "Have a good day at work, Jake." His face darkened, and he stomped out, still hearing Finn's voice trailing. "Hey, once we're done cleaning, I'm taking you shopping for skincare and clothes." Grandma, watching from the sidelines, nodded approvingly, muttering, "Keep this up, and Jake's instincts will kick in, he'll fight for Lily." My plan's 90% there. Since Finn arrived, Jake never stayed late at work, rushing home right after, which surprised everyone. Tonight, after dinner, Finn helped me clean up again. Jake didn't bolt to his room, he sat, eyeing us. I told Finn, shyly, "You can head upstairs, no need to help. I'll be done in a bit." Finn winked, teasing, "A bit? That's an hour for you. Let me pitch in so you're not stuck alone while everyone else rests. Breaks my heart to see you slaving away." I laughed. "Wow, you've got my timing down to a science." Finn grinned, "Yup. I feel for you, sister-in-law." Jake, at the table, scowled and cleared his throat, irritated. "Hey." Finn turned, surprised, "Still here? Usually, you're upstairs by now." Jake ignored him, softening as he looked at me. "I got someone to find us a housekeeper. If it works out, you're off the hook starting tomorrow, Lily." I smiled, "Thanks, but I'm used to it." Jake grabbed my arm, insistent, "Let's go rest." I hesitated, but I'm not done cleaning. He pulled me along. "Finn can finish. We're going upstairs." Grandma joined Finn to clean, and they exchanged giggles. Finn teased, "Mission accomplished, Grandma, what's my reward?" She smirked, "What does my favorite grandson want?" Finn joked, "How about a wife?" Grandma scratched her head, then lit up, "Oh, Lily's got an older sister who's single. I'll get Lily to set you up." Finn blushed, "Nah, I'm not into matchmaking. I want it to happen naturally." Grandma scoffed, "Naturally? You'll be single forever waiting for that." She pouted, "Fine, find a girl, and I'll treat you both to a vacation. Deal?" Finn grinned, "That's a tall order." Upstairs, Jake spotted a huge skincare box and bags of clothes Finn got me. He frowned, "What's all this?" I beamed, "Finn bought me skincare and clothes. Gorgeous stuff." Jake's eyes narrowed, "You're that excited about it?" I nodded, "Heck yeah. Nobody's ever gotten me so much before, I love it." Jake, fuming, grabbed the box and bags and tossed them in the trash. I gasped, yelling, "Why'd you throw out my stuff? Are you nuts?" He snapped, "Yeah, I'm nuts. Stop pushing me, Lily. You want stuff? I'll buy you a whole mall, why use his crap?" I froze, thinking, holy cow, he's jealous of Finn. But jealous over what? We're not even a thing. The next morning, I headed to the farmer's market. Finn popped up, eager, "I'm coming with you." Thinking of Jake's outburst, I shook my head, "I'm good alone, Finn. Go jog in the park, don't follow me." Finn teased, "What did Jake say last night, huh?" I stammered, "Nothing. I'm just not used to you tagging along." He grinned, "Get used to it, I'm here for a while." I insisted, "Seriously, I'm fine. What if someone kidnaps me if you're not watching?" Finn laughed, "Nobody's kidnapping you. Alright, go." Despite my protests, Finn trailed me anyway, stubborn as ever. We got back to find 2 huge delivery trucks parked outside. Finn asked, "What's all that?" I shrugged, no clue. Inside, Grandma was counting cash to pay the drivers, and the living room was packed with bags, designer labels everywhere. I peeked inside, stunned. Oh my gosh, dresses, jeans, skincare, shoes, all high-end. Why so much? Finn, pretending to be shocked, asked Grandma, "You opening a boutique?" She chuckled, "I'm too old for that." I pressed, "Then what's with all this?" Grandma grinned, "Jake bought it." Finn whistled, "For what?" "This stuff's worth a fortune." "And where's he at?" Finn teased me, "Bet he's setting you up with a store." I scratched my head, no way, he'd tell me if that was the plan. Jake walked in, saw me, and winked, "Check out the stuff yet?" I nodded, "Yup." "Why so much? You starting a shop?" He laughed, "What?" "It's all for you, take it to your room." I gaped, "What?" Grandma and Finn exchanged shocked looks. I stared at the pile, panicking, "You're joking, right?" "I'm not falling for this." Jake's face hardened, "I'm not joking. It's all yours. From now on, you only use what I buy, got it? I don't like you using other people's stuff." Finn, mid-sip of water, nearly choked. Grandma patted his back, "You okay?" He coughed, "I'm fine." I groaned, "How am I supposed to use all this? Why didn't you ask me first? Where do I even put it?" Finn chimed in, "It's not that much, maybe 200 dresses, 100 jeans, 100 tops, 80 pairs of shoes, 10 skincare sets, and some random stuff. Jake's got carpenters coming to build shelves and closets for you." I yelled, "I'm not taking it. You're insane." Fuming, I stormed upstairs. Grandma turned to Jake, stern, "I'm not mad you bought stuff, but talk to Lily first, it's about respect. Marriage thrives on that, you hear?" Jake nodded, sheepish, "I went overboard, I know. I got mad last night and ordered it all. The stores were nearby, so they delivered this morning. I'll do better, Grandma." She sighed, "You're grown, think before you act. You don't appreciate what you have until someone else notices. Men like you always want more, never less." Jake bowed his head, "Sorry, Grandma. I won't mess up again." Finn slapped Jake's shoulder, teasing, "You're a legend. Never disappoint, man." Jake swatted his hand away, "Buzz off. I'm not talking to you." Finn pouted, "What did I do?" "Fine, I don't need you either." He stormed off, but Jake called after him, "Stay away from my wife, she's mine. Don't push it, or you'll regret it." Finn, halfway up the stairs, heard the threat and smirked but kept up the act to rile Jake. He taunted, "We'll see about that. These days, the better man wins, ever heard that?" Jake roared, "You jerk. Get back here." Grandma yanked Jake back, "Enough. You two used to be thick as thieves, why the attitude now?" Jake sighed, slumping into a chair, lost in thought. Later, he came upstairs, seeing me on the bed, and sat beside me, apologetic, "You mad at me?" "I'm sorry, Lily. Don't be upset." I shot up, yelling, "You think money lets you do whatever? Wear that stuff yourself, I've got enough clothes." He coaxed, "Come on, I already bought it. Keep it, use it over time." I snapped, "No way. I said I'm not taking it. Wasting cash on this nonsense, don't you care?" Jake's face hardened, suspicious, "You happily took Finn's gifts, but mine? You refuse." got a thing for him or what? I exploded. You're nuts. I'm done looking at your face, think whatever you want. We fought hard, and I, fed up, told Grandma and Jake's parents, I'm going to my parents for a few days. Honestly, I was so mad at Jake, I needed space to cool off. After I left for my hometown, Jake got prickly, picking fights with Finn. At dinner, he glared at Finn, you got a thing for Lily? Finn grinned, casual, she's adorable, I like her. Jake's eyes blazed, how dare you? She's my wife. Finn shrugged, so? When her contract's up in a year, I'll propose. Jake stammered, shocked, how do you know about that? Finn replied, Grandma told me. Jake looked at Grandma, forcing a smile, you know? She whacked his head, furious, you little punk. How dare you turn your marriage into a joke? Want a real beating? Jake hung his head, silent. Finn spoke up, gentle, truth is, me getting close to Lily was Grandma's plan. She wanted to see if you really care about Lily, so she called me back. Now you know, stop being jealous. If you love her, tell her. Keeping quiet won't let her know. Grandma, still mad, smacked Jake again, you idiot. Go to Lily's hometown right now and fix this. Can't even handle that without me spelling it out? Jake nodded, I'll go soon, Grandma. Finn, excited, piped up, let me come. I swear I won't tease Lily, don't want anyone getting all jealous, right, Grandma? She nodded, go, both of you. Maybe Finn'll find a girl out there and ditch his single life. Jake scoffed, him? No girls taking that clown, destined to stay single. Finn puffed out his chest, you're one to talk. Girls chase me, I'm just picky. I'd be married before you if I wanted. Grandma groaned, one's got a contract wife, the other's perpetually single, and now they're arguing who's got more game? Knock it off. Jake and Finn drove to my hometown. Finn, thrilled, leaned out the window, gushing, man, the countryside's so chill. City air's all smog and stress, right? Jake barked, sit down before you fall out. Finn grinned, got a soak in your wife's hometown. Once I'm back in the States, I won't get the chance. Jake asked, when you heading back? Finn replied, maybe a week. Grandma's plan's almost done, just waiting for you and Lily to make it official. Then I'm out. Jake softened, thanks, man. You and Grandma helped me realize how I feel about Lily. If we get together, you two get the credit. Their misunderstandings cleared, Jake and Finn grew even closer, cherishing their friendship more, hoping it'd stay strong. They pulled up to my house, and Finn leaned out, we here? Jake nodded, yup, but watch out, their dog's huge and mean. Finn laughed, scared of a dog? I'll tame it, any pup meets me turns into a lapdog. Jake warned, I'm serious, it's vicious. Stay in the car, till I get Lily, or it'll chase you down. Finn, skeptical, hopped out, strutting into the yard, calling, Lily, you home? My sister Sarah and I were inside, catching up after ages apart. Sarah perked up, someone's calling? I shrugged, didn't hear anything. Finn shouted louder, Lily, you there? Sarah stood, yup, definitely someone. I'll check. Before she moved, our dog Max, a massive mutt, nearly my weight and taller than most adults when he jumps, bolted out. Everyone fears Max. Finn, in the yard, saw Max charging and yelped, holy crap, that dog's huge. Jake, terrified of dogs, stayed in the car, shaking, muttering, told you to stay put, but you never listen. Now what? Finn, panicking but trying to stay cool, shouted, dog, stay. Come near me, and I'll turn you into stew. Max growled, baring sharp teeth, and lunged. Finn screamed, bolted, and tripped into the pond out front, sinking fast. Sarah and I ran out, seeing Finn gone under. Jake jumped from the car, yelling, "Help! Someone save him!" I rushed to Jake, panicked. "What's going on?" Jake, staring at the pond, shouted, "Finn fell in." Sarah, my sister, dove in. She's an ace swimmer, and within seconds, she grabbed Finn, pushing him to the surface. Jake and I yanked him onto the bank, his eyes shut tight. Jake, freaking out, wailed, "Finn, don't die. If you do, Grandma'll kill me. Open your eyes, please." Sarah shoved Jake aside, firm, "Move, let me handle this." She started CPR, pressing Finn's chest, and after a few minutes, Finn coughed up water, gasping. He blinked, dazed, looking at us. Jake, overjoyed, patted Finn, "Thank God, you're awake. You scared me half to death." I grinned, "Jake was crying over you." Finn, pale but smirking, teased, "He's just scared Grandma'd tan his hide if I croaked, right, sister-in-law?" Jake snapped, "I was worried, you jerk. Lucky Sarah saved your sorry butt, or you'd be a goner." Finn scratched his head, sheepish, felt like someone kissed me. Jake and I gaped, while Sarah, embarrassed, bolted inside. Jake frowned, "You felt Sarah giving you CPR?" Finn shrugged, "Just a vibe, man, I don't remember details." Jake and I stood there, dumbfounded. With 2 guests, Sarah roasted a chicken and cooked a feast. Jake and I talked upstairs, while Finn, feeling awkward, headed to the kitchen to give us space. Jake brushed my hair, soft, "Lily, don't stay mad, okay? I'll check with you before doing anything from now on, no more solo moves." I pouted, "What about all that stuff you bought?" He grinned, "Share it with Sarah, it's not that much." I softened, "Fine, you're off the hook this time. Do it again, and you're toast." Jake chuckled, noted, "My dear wife." Hearing wife warmed my heart, but I played coy, "Who are you calling wife?" He took my hand, "Lily, can I have a shot at dating you for real?" My face flushed, thrilled, but I kept cool, "I'll think about it and let you know." Jake nodded, "Take your time, I'll wait forever if I have to." Downstairs, Finn asked Sarah, "Need a hand?" Sarah, stirring veggies, said, "Sure, chop the chicken." Finn, eager, grabbed the cutting board, "Where's the knife?" "I'm on it." Sarah handed it over, their hands brushing, and she blushed. Finn smiled, "Thanks, Sarah. If you weren't here, I'd be fish food." Sarah, shy, mumbled, "No big deal. Why'd you run to the pond instead of the road?" Finn scratched his head, panicked and lost my bearings, scariest moment of my life. Chopping the chicken, Finn's first swing sent the head flying out the door. He glanced at Sarah, who stayed quiet, but his second swing flung the neck at her foot. Frustrated, he gripped a wing, swung, and nicked his fingernail, yelping, "Ouch, almost lost a finger. This knife's got a mind of its own." Sarah glared, "Go upstairs and let me have some peace. A grown man who can't chop a cooked chicken." Finn slunk out, muttering, "She's as ferocious as that dog, like owner, like pet." Sarah set the table and called us down, but Finn was missing. I asked, "Where's Finn? Wasn't he with you?" Sarah shrugged, "He went upstairs, didn't you see?" We checked the yard and found Finn perched in a mango tree, with Max growling below. Finn lectured the dog, "Listen, furball. 1. I've got no beef with you. 2. I'm not scheming against your owners. 3. I'm here with good intentions. So why you growling at me? Max bared his teeth, snarling. Finn taunted, "Come up here, tough guy. Climb and bite me. Watch yourself, I might be back often." After his treetop sermon, Max backed off, letting Finn join us for dinner. At the table, Finn tossed a chicken piece to Max, cooing, "Here, eat this. No biting me from now on, got it? Be a good boy." Jake and I snickered. Jake teased, "You speak dog now?" Finn boasted, "Didn't you know I'm a dog whisperer? Trained my mom's German Shepherd like a pro." Sarah scoffed, "You? Train dogs? Stop exaggerating." Finn huffed, "I'm serious. Ask your brother-in-law." Jake scratched his head, "Don't drag me into your dog drama." Sarah and Finn bickered back and forth. I signaled Finn to drop it, but he kept arguing, oblivious. Sarah, fed up, ditched dinner and stormed to her room. Finn grumbled, "What a grumpy old maid." Jake shook his head, "You never change, yapping till my head hurts." I sighed, "Couldn't you go easy on my sister? She's heartbroken." Finn blinked, "Heartbroken?" I nodded, "Yup. Our parents wanted her to marry Jake, but she was crazy about a coworker. She nearly ran off with him, but a month later, he got a new girlfriend. She's still torn up. Stop poking at her, or she'll snap, and nobody'll save you." Finn nodded, "What a jerk that guy was. If it was me, I'd deck him. Life's long, she'll find someone better." The next day, Jake, Finn, and I headed back to the city. Jake and I officially started dating. I found the old contract in my drawer, but Jake had already torn it up. We began building a real relationship. A week later, Jake asked Finn, "When you heading back to the States?" Finn hesitated, "No rush, I've got stuff to wrap up." Jake and I noticed Finn acting odd and dug around, discovering he and Sarah were catching feelings, and he didn't want to leave her. Everything unfolded just as Grandma planned, and she was thrilled, giving us cash for a group vacation. After the trip, Finn and Sarah became a couple. Grandma threw a party to celebrate Finn ditching his single life, beaming, "Congrats, my favorite grandson. I don't know what the future holds, but right now, I'm content with my life. I cherish what I have, and I call it a gift from heaven, my heart full of gratitude."